Hey guys, Marsingin here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be looking at the 2022 Halloween unit for Dokkan Battle, and that is the Physical Angel DABURA, here with his buddy Pikkon. It's not just Gogeta now that Pikkon is getting in on the action with a unit super attack 4, but we have the DABURA as well. So the unit is just Angel DABURA. Pikkon's in the art because of the unit super attack, but the unit is just DABURA. So obviously his super normally is that he raises attack for 1 turn, does supreme damage to the enemy, but his unit super, which only needs to have a Pikkon on the team, is that he raises attack and defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage to the enemy, and lowers attack. So not too bad with the unit super, and very easy condition because he's going to be really only used on an Otherworld Warriors team, and if you have AGL Pikkon, there's almost no reason that you wouldn't be running him on that team. So he gets 104% attack and defense, 10% extra for both per superclass ally on the team, so we are running a full super team, so he's getting 70% extra because obviously it includes both the leads. Then he gives superclass allies 2 key and 30% attack and defense. He gets an extra 104% defense if the enemy is in attack down or defense down, and 104% attack if the enemy is attack down and defense down as well. So both status effects will give attack and defense 104%. I don't know why they're listed separately like that when they both have the same condition, but recovers 10% HP at the end of the turn, which is a nice ability, and then recovers HP with Candy, which is, they're going to keep giving that to all the Halloween units, obviously, but it doesn't really do anything in any actual significant events. So I've been link leveling him since I pulled him, I say pulled him, since I farmed him up. We've had a bit of a weird range. We got 2 links at level 8 and still got 1 at level 4, but the biggest problem with this unit, unfortunately, is his links. So one of his best link partners actually on an Otherworld Warriors team is Pikkon, and they share 2 links, Gentleman and Solid Support. So we are getting what? Solid Support at level 7 is giving us 13.5% attack, and then Gentleman at level 8 is key to an 8% defense. That'll be 10% at level 10. So even with those links active, we have 129k defense. So actually it's 1298, right? So it's basically 130. Now, unfortunately for DABURA, this Pikkon gives Otherworld Warriors allies 40% defense. So he's getting 40% defensive support and only has 129k. But yeah, it's going to be his biggest issue because, like, Majin Buu Saga, you could run him next to a normal DABURA, I guess, but then they don't even share that many links. Like, where is Physical DABURA on this link tool thing? Is he even under 3 links? No way, they only share like 2, right? I don't know if I just can't find him on here. But yeah, like, where's he going to fit on a Majin Buu Saga team, right? So, and then Siblings Bond is a bit all over the place. I think it's funny that the game still recognizes the fact that he's siblings with Toa, even though this is like the filler Angel DABURA. But yeah, okay, so we'll grab these for you, and then we'll grab these for you. So, let's see what we get here. Now, obviously, first phase, yeah, type advantage, should tank for double digits. I gave mine full dodge, so he has 15 dodge, and then he just has like a little bit of crit and a little bit of additional. Because even if you're getting the unit super, if he does an additional super attack, it's only going to be the non-unit super, which doesn't raise his defense for the turn anyway. So, because of the fact that he provides that little bit of support, I feel like if you are going to run him, he's pretty much only going to be run as a support unit. So, if you're running an Otherworld Warriors team, and obviously you don't have necessarily all the top tier, I mean, Otherworld Warriors is still quite a small category, to be fair. But obviously, if you're running double int Goku leads, he does have Super Saiyan 3 as the secondary leader skill. So you could be running units like the physical Goku, the Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan 3 one, and stuff like that. So you're not necessarily going to have huge amounts of space for him on the team. The category is quite small. So you probably, if you're free to play and you don't have like every single Otherworld Warriors unit, because the category is quite small, then obviously you will potentially have holes in the team. So I see that as being like the main place that he gets used. And as I said already, if you're running an Otherworld Warriors team, there's pretty much no reason not to run Pikkon if you have one. obviously we're going to do the showcase for the Super Strike PyCon as well. So at some point, I'm getting all of this stuff recorded the day after it came out. This is being recorded on the day the Gamma's banner comes out. I'm going away for the weekend for Halloween with Mrs. Ningen, so not sure exactly when this is going to go up, but these videos are all being recorded and scheduled to go up while I am away. So we share 2 links with PyCon. Actually, is it 2 different? Wow, so yeah, they have different links. So what is Otherworld Warriors giving us? Oh, see, that is a good link. A lot of extra attack and defense, so that is pretty good. I do want to see him defensively, though, so I am going to put him in slot 1. So we're still getting that big extra link, the Otherworld Warriors one. That's mainly only going to be super good for damage. We are still getting the 40% support from Tech PyCon, though. And then we get the orbs for AGL PyCon, so we're getting his support. So we have 147k. When we get the unit super, we get a 30% raise. So we're getting close to like 200k defense, but that's with, like, he gives support, AGL PyCon gives support, Tech PyCon gives support, so he is on a rotation full of support units, and he's hitting a 1.4 million attack stat. So I don't think he has a 200% team, because obviously he's not on many categories in the first place. And then he takes 85k from this second phase, like physical Vegeta. So I mean, I don't know if I would recommend running Otherworld Warriors in general in the red zone, to be honest. Because I was going to say, I don't know if I would run this guy on a team in the red zone. If he's taking that much damage from a boss this early on in the Vegeta event, then, I mean, he's going to get chewed up by the red zone. Especially, like, Broly when you can't dodge, for example. Maybe if you're doing one of the ones where the main boss is int, you might be okay. But yeah, I just feel like he's a unit. We've seen a couple of units like this recently, where the unit doesn't necessarily seem that bad. Obviously, he's a gimmicky joke-like card anyway, right? But it's kind of like Hachan and 17, where you look at the kit of the card, and it's like, oh, this is actually not that bad. But then they're on, like, 2 categories. And even their best link partner, they have like 3 or 4 links. We've seen a lot of units like that. And this Angel DABURA, like I say, the only realistic place that he fits is Otherworld Warriors, which is a team that nobody really runs. And then, yeah, his best link partner on that team is like 2 links, which I'm all for them doing these fun, like sort of jokey, like Halloween and April Fool's cards and stuff, but like, man, it would be good if they made it so they were actually somewhat, like, usable, you know, outside of a very niche team that you're only going to use. Because, like, remember that for Otherworld Warriors, like, the main leader is that Int Goku. He's only got a 170 leader skill. So we're already at the point, especially with some of the harder stages and now with, like, the Wicked Bloodline Red Zone, where 170 lead teams are going to struggle a little bit, or certainly going to struggle a lot more than a 200% leader skill team. And then when it's a category like this, where you're already quite limited on the units that you can bring, because like this is one of the best builds for this team that I could make, with Angel DABURA on it, and then, you know, some support to try and give him at least a little bit of an extra boost. So I don't know, I think that's a shame. Like, the card is funny, the card art, like the SSR is obviously the, like, you know, kawaii DABURA ghost. And then the Awakened version, like, it's kind of like a cool idea, especially because it's a what if. Because even in, someone will have to let me know in the comments, but like even in the filler episode where Ghost DABURA like comes from, I'm pretty sure is PyCon even there? Like, do they actually interact at all even in that filler? I'm actually not sure. Now they might, and that's maybe that is where the inspiration for the card came from. Because like when we saw it was an Angel DABURA originally, obviously immediately recognized like from that filler episode, but it wasn't until we saw the details and like the TUR art that it became apparent that we have the PyCon unit super. So I guess this is probably a perfect turn to do this, right, considering we're getting super attacked in slot 1 and we can just get rid of you. You don't, oh, what do you share with you? Oh, Shattering the Limit. Okay, well, perfect. So we can put you in slot 1. PyCon's not going to one-shot, even though he's got type advantage. But yeah, you guys will have to let me know what you think of this Angel Dabura. On the one hand, like I said, like it's funny to have these kind of like jokey collector's cards, but like for OG players, if you have this unit, then you know what I mean. Actually, let's not bother doing those. They brought out that STR Peppy Gals like collection card where it's all of the female characters, well, not all of them, but quite a lot of them, on a card, but it's not a usable card. So it's in the same section as like your Barber statues and your Kais and stuff, or your Moshi statues. Like it's a real shame that that's not a playable unit. And you know, you've got like the Cybermen ones, we've got Hachan and 17 that now have their Easy A. Like those kind of cards, it's cool that they make them. I think it's like a fun idea, but they should be more usable, especially because they are free to play, right? So it's a nice buff for free to play players to get these extra free units, but it's just like we've seen a lot of power creep lately, especially considering the fact that you know, the video for the showcase should already be up for the 55% gammas and just how ridiculously good they are. Now obviously they are summonable Dokkan Fest exclusives, but with how ridiculously good they are at 55% and how hard the most difficult content in the game can be now, we just, like, getting free-to-play units like this is completely pointless. You know, it's like a fun, jokey card that you could use in some events, maybe. But, I mean, like, he gives support, but he doesn't have, like, stun utility, which could make him useful in, like, a future Otherworld Warriors Super Battle Road or something. So, overall, whilst I do think the card is, like, a fun choice for the Halloween card, especially considering, you know, it's a Ghost Dabura, like, it fits the theme and everything, but man, it just feels like such a miss when they make these cards and they make them like this, when they could be like so much better. But we're getting the extra support, because what's the difference in defense? We have 129 and then 135, so yeah, we definitely get the better deal by putting you guys together. And then, yeah, we'll do this. So, we'll see this one last turn play out here. We are still at least taking double-digit damage when it comes to type advantage, but 1.4 million attack. Not exactly the craziest, so you let me know what you guys think of Angel Dabura down below in the comment section. I know he's a free-to-play card, but just a little bit disappointing in terms of actual use. Nice little collector's thing, I guess, for Halloween to have in your box, but definitely not very impressive. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been The Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.